Here we go. Spoiler alert, audience. Hi, everybody. We did it again. We did it again. We matched. I didn't do it on purpose, I swear. Hi, everybody. Look at the ladies today. It's all ladies all the time. That's right. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the show. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Good morning. Good afternoon. Hello. Have a seat. Today is Ladies Drink for Free Day at the Jason Show. That's right. It's just apple juice, but it's free. That's right. Yeah, I know. Hey, look, if HR wasn't watching, sure, but you know they're watching. Ladies and gentlemen, she's my favorite lady. Give it up for Miss Kendall over there. Hello. Hi, sweetheart.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good. I love when we match.
And we should tell folks, we do not intentionally do this.
No.
I don't see what you're wearing.
No.
We don't talk about it. And we do. We actually, this has happened with this suit before.
It happens all the time with you and I. It's so
I know.
weird.
It's so very bizarre.
Wavelength.
We are connected. We are connected. You're doing well though, sweetie?
I am. So today's my Friday.
Oh, really?
Which is always like kind of fun.
Oh, she's not here tomorrow? Who's yeah, I was
sorry.
in that meeting. That's right. Yeah, I was in that meeting.
I'm going to Oktoberfest in La Crosse, so I'll probably see a lot of you.
Oh, that's right, because we're in La Crosse.
Yeah.
Hi, La Crosse.
It'll be fun. Doing that Friday, and then I'm going down to Illinois for my niece's baptism.
Oh, nice.
So it'll be fun.
Well, hello, La Crosse and family. That's right. Well, good. Kendall had a really exciting day yesterday. I got to tell you this. So, when's our zoo show, Jeff? Tuesday. We're going to be live at the Minnesota Zoo. It's right there in the teleprompter.
October 1st.
I love when I ask Jeff something that's literally in front of my face in the teleprompter. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be live at the zoo on Tuesday, October 1st. That's right. I knew that, and we're there because, they're doing their Jackolantern Spectacular.
Yep.
Like 5,000 jack-o'-lanterns. It's beautiful. So Kendall and I got a little preview of it yesterday, and we were there after the show to shoot some stories that you'll see on that episode. Well, one of the stories we got to do was we got to go backstage to where they keep the moose. And now let me just say real quick, before we roll the picture, this is no offense, but I thought, oh, okay, a moose. Okay, fine. You know, we've had animals on here, and I was at the zoo for the radio station, but I thought, oh, this is, okay, fine. It was one of the coolest experiences vis-a-vis this show, because I didn't realize how large these animals were. And you were delighted, weren't you? You were very excited.
Yeah, y'all know how I like my animals.
Yeah.
So I was like, Jason was like, okay, I'll do the moose feeding. And I was like,
I know.
And he goes, oh, come on, you can do it with me.
Yeah, they divided up the pieces. And they're like, okay, Jason, you'll do moose. Kendall, you'll do creepy, crawly things. And I looked at Kendall's face and I'm like, you can do the moose with me. Yeah. Okay, so look at this picture. This is Matilda the moose. It's the two of us feeding Matilda. And these darn things, I am telling you, we learned a lot about moose. You'll see most of it. I'm not going to give everything away. But one of the things we learned was they respond to shapes, don't they, Kendall? I mean, you hold up a star and they come to you and you say certain words and you can pet it. If you say target.
For real.
And of course, I had to be a smart aleck. I'm like, target, run, and done. But I said target, and then it puts its little head down, and you can pet it, and you can pet it. Yeah.
It was cool.
So cute. And my last little thing, wait till you see the piece, and I think Eric will leave a little bit of this in. There was two moose we got to see, Matilda and then Grant. Now, Grant is the male moose who's in heat. Yeah. They call it rut. Rut.
Rut.
And so it didn't care about me. Grant, I stuck my I stuck my face into the keyhole and Grant's obviously not a gay moose and was like, but then Kendall stuck her face into the keyhole. Leo, take the jib camera. This was the minute Kendall stuck. This was what's his name?
Grant.
Grant like this one. His hoof was like hoof. Yeah.
He was showing me his moves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When we went up top, over the top, just to get a couple more shots, he saw us, and the woman we were working with was like, "Oh, he's strutting for you." They walk like zombies, like really slow, and he would go like he was doing this. And she was like, "Give him praise, because we have to kind of help him out through this rut, because
like
he can't
most,
make any babies."
Yeah.
So I'm like, "You look so good, Granty Grant.
I
Look
know.
at those like big antlers." Oh yeah.
I mean, it's what you women have to do for us. I mean, we need, you gotta compliment us. We gotta go. Okay, time for the hot dish. Here we go, everybody. The guessing game is back. The Masked Singer made its season 2 premiere last night on Fox, and already we've unmasked 2 celebrities. Now, I'll give you my opinion now, because I'm going to say I didn't watch this last season, but last night I sat down with my little salad and I watched the whole thing. Here's some highlights.
Here she comes. Watch out for she'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes. She's a man.
Who is this? Unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable. Okay, so I wanted to show y'all the Rottweiler because he was the one that I was the most surprised by. Because in the clue package, they said it made it seem like he was a football player and not a trained singer. And then he opened his mouth and I was like, what? And so one of the guesses is Brian from Backstreet Boys.
Oh.
And they said, and then Nicole Sure said it couldn't be an NFL player because of his height.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. And JC
Well-
should JC from NSYNC was another guess as well. Yeah. Yeah, that guy. The Rottweiler went up against another standout from last night. Now, before we roll this, listen closely because there's a little bit of a southern accent. Some people are thinking maybe Miley Cyrus's sister or Britney Spears' sister.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to this.
That's okay, let's see how you do it. Put up your dukes, let's get down to it. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot?
Okay, the clues, that's the ladybug. The clues indicate that the ladybug appears to have been born into a famous family. The judges' guesses include Jamie Lynn Spears, Lily Collins, and Willow Smith. No, Noah Cyrus is who we're thinking. That is our.
Totally.
What do you think, Kendall?
When I heard that that's what you thought, I was like, oh my gosh, that is totally. She's got a southern accent too, and she does talk.
Yeah.
I mean, it totally fits. She kind of sounds like Miley.
A little bit, the same kind of tenor of
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you're a singer, so you would know that kind of thing. I was trying to look.
I
Yeah.
can pick them out.
You can pick them out. Yeah.
Out.
Then came the double elimination. Now here's a spoiler alert. Thank you. Yes, I don't want to ruin anybody's day. I don't want to ruin anyone's day, and as you know, I don't want to read the emails. So if you haven't watched tonight's episode, just warning, take a look. Here's the elimination.
Olympic figure skater Johnny Weir. I knew it.
It's Ninja!
I knew it the whole time.
Okay. Now, all of you under 27 know that the ice cream turned out to be Tyler Ninja Blevins. Now, if you've never heard of him, let's take an audience reaction shot. Anybody? No, none of them, yeah. If you've never heard of him, he's a professional gamer and a huge name on YouTube. And dude, I'm not kidding. Dude is like a bazillionaire. And the egg revealed to be Olympic figure skater Johnny Weir. I said early on in that episode that the egg was either Johnny or Adam Rippon. Because yeah.
Okay.
A, the first clue was they picked Lady Gaga. I mean, come on, I knew. Yeah. I knew the egg was one of my people. I just kind of knew. Yeah. Speaking of The Masked Singer, its host Nick Cannon is adding more to his plate. He's next in line to get a daytime talk show. That's right. They're handing out talk shows like samples at Costco. You know what I mean? Like, you want a show? Sure, go ahead.
It's like Oprah.
Yeah.
You get a talk show.
You get a talk show.
You get a talk show.
Nick says it's been a dream of his to have a platform to speak to America to discuss pop culture and other topics. Now, you're looking at a clip earlier this year. He filled in for Wendy Williams, and through that experience, he, quote, instantly knew he found his audience. He plans to draw inspiration from Wendy, Ellen, even Dr. Phil. His talk show is set to air next year. Now, I will say this. Nick was on our show, and I fell in love with Nick because Nick was a cool dude. He was so nice and genuinely sweet, and I'm a big Nick fan. He was on Howard Stern, though, who you guys know, Baba Booey, I love Howard. And Howard and Nick are genuine friends, and because they work together on AGT. And Howard looks after Nick because he has lupus. And Howard was jokingly yelling at him, going, Nick, you are doing too much. Because, if you guys don't know, Nick does a 5-hour morning radio show in LA, and then he's going to do that talk show. Oh, wait, that's my schedule. No, but yeah, he does a morning radio show. Then he's going to do the talk show. Then he still has The Masked Singer. He has Wild and Out on MTV. He has the Wild and Out tour. He's getting 3 master's degrees. And yeah, and Howard, it was funny. Howard, I know we got to go, but Howard goes, we are going to have a conversation off air. And I was like, yeah, Howard loves him. Anyway, good luck to you, Nick. Really, sincerely, you're a good guy. Lots more to come. We'll be back right after this. Coming up, another slice, another helping a hot dish. It's one of the most loved cult movies of all time.
Professor Plum, you knew that Mr. Body was still alive.
The big screen version of Clue. Well, Hollywood is gearing up for a reboot of the board game to movie classic. Wait till you hear who's involved. Then Dax Holt is serving a slice of dish from LA. He has a hysterical moment with the usually camera-shy Harrison Ford. And a local ghost hunter and paranormal expert is getting a new show on the Travel Channel.
What was that?
They'll join us live with a preview. The Jason Show.
Something just went right on the back of my neck.
We'll be right back.
And they did a technology that I'd never seen before, maybe a little bit in Avengers, but it wasn't like this. They reverse aged you.
Yes, yeah. That was, yeah. Well, it took a lot of work to do. I'm happy because maybe it'll extend my career another 30 years.
Yeah, you're going to be in movies for the rest of, even past your life,
The great Robert De Niro. De Niro on Fallon, talking about how he de-aged 50 years for his new movie, The Irishman, which is, I want that too. That would be good, yeah. Well, no, I'm only 45, so that way I would be, but no, anyway, yeah. That would be a little bit weird. Yeah, I'm fine. You know what? I am loving 45 so far.
Queen.
I'm loving, Bloop.
Yes.
Bloop. Anyway, more hotness for you. 2 big names are now attached to a reboot. This is good. Now, look, okay, this is a reboot we're going to like. A reboot of a cult movie classic from the 80s. Which movie are we talking about? This one.
You were jealous that your husband was stripping Yvette. That's why you killed him, too.
Yes. Yes, I did it. I killed Yvette. I hated her so much. Flames on the side of my face.
So good! Flames! I hated her so much. And this is how dramatic the entire crew of the Jason Show is. We were all doing that with Madeline Kahn. Yeah, that's a clip from Clue from 1985 starring Tim Curry. the great Madeline Kahn and Christopher Lloyd. All you youngins out there, I'm telling you, go research Madeline Kahn. She's one of the greats. We lost her way too soon. Way too soon. A remake has gone back and forth between studios for about 7 years, but now it is happening. And there's a good dude behind it. Jason Bateman is in talks. Yeah, he's in talks to direct the adaptation of the board game for 20th Century Fox. Guess who's going to star in it? Ryan Reynolds. That's right. Reynolds is bringing in the team, and it gets better. So Ryan is going to be bringing in the team from Deadpool to be in charge of the screenplay. Yeah. So Bateman just picked up, if you're thinking, isn't Jason's acting? Yeah, but Bateman also directs. And let's keep in mind, Jason Bateman has been in Hollywood since Little House on the Prairie. You know, I mean, he knows he's a good director from anyone that's ever worked with him. This is great because I was saying this before the show. I love this movie, and if it has a good crackling script, it's going to be fantastic, and that team can deliver it. Have you seen the original?
No.
Okay.
No, I haven't. I played the board game.
Yeah. I'm not kidding. Go watch the original. You'll love it because I know your sense of humor. It holds up. It holds up.
It looks funny.
Next in the dish, this broke this morning, and this is for my nerds. I always try to do something in every show for my fellow nerds. We're going from superheroes to Jedi. Lucasfilm, that's right. This is big. Kevin Feige is going from superheroes to Jedi. Lucasfilm is bringing the Marvel Studios mastermind on board to usher in what they're calling a new era of storytelling. He is going to work on a new Star Wars movie. Now, Feige is apparently a diehard Star Wars fan, and some say this could lead to a much larger role for Feige at Lucasfilm. Now, one big old credible source told The Hollywood Reporter, who broke this, that Kevin has a specific role in mind in this new movie for a, quote, major actor. Now, for you non-nerds out there, this is why this is a big deal, all kidding on the shelf here. Kevin Feige is the guy responsible when people ask, oh, why is Marvel so successful? Kevin was the maestro. He organized all of the 20-some movies. He was the one in charge of, think about trying to weave stories from 20 different movies into a singular narrative. Kevin was the guy behind that. Can you imagine what he'll do for Star Wars? It's great news. It's great news.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
there's gotta be less than 20 humans on the planet that can do something like that. Like you think of
It's a good point.
J.K. Rowling with writing a first book and then a seventh book
And then a whole
decades later,
universe.
and they
Yes.
work. Or people like J.R.R. Tolkien, even obviously maestros themselves and
Yeah.
people like that.
No,
but
it's a great point. No,
Yeah.
he's going to do it, and it's going to not be about the Skywalker. So it's a whole new era of Star Wars.
Cool.
Good dude to do it. Still ahead, everybody. Jessica Simpson's stunning weight loss. We're checking in with our pal Dax Holt. Wait till you see Jessica's transformation post-pregnancy. We'll be right back, everybody. Back after this. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Happy Thursday. One more alarm clock to the weekend. Well, it is time for some more Hot Dish, and I'm getting a little help straight from Hollywood. Give it up for our insider of the stars, live from his extra bedroom. It's Dax Holt from Hollywood Pipeline.
Good morning. I always get excited. I'm like, straight from Hollywood's extra bedroom.
Yeah, exactly. Dax, may I say, I'm just taking a good look at you. You are looking really good today, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You look really nice today.
Put a little extra effort in this morning.
I appreciate it. But are you wearing pants, though? That's always the...
I am wearing pants today.
Oh,
just for you.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. I love this first story you have. A hilarious moment involving Harrison Ford, who usually doesn't like cameras. He's usually kind of grumpy. Harrison and an onlooker in New York. What happened, Dax?
So, hilarious moment, like you said. But, Harrison Ford, obviously, one of the biggest movie stars on the planet, has had legendary roles. Well, he is walking down the street, and there's photographers following him, and someone yells out, "Who is that?" And before anyone else could respond, Harrison fires back, goes, "Kevin Costner," and then just kept walking.
Oh, that is good.
And the person was kind of stood there, and then you hear someone go, "No, that's Harrison Ford." Well, no kidding.
No, yeah. Oh, that's good though. Next up,
Love it. And then the
go ahead.
other part of it that I thought was really funny, if you keep watching the video, the cameras kind of just follow him as he's walking through the streets. The amount of people that kind of are walking and then do one of the because you notice it's Harrison Ford, and you just see all these heads turning as he strolls the streets.
I was like, holy crap, it's Han Solo. Yeah.
Exactly.
Speaking of New York, so Jessica Simpson was in New York showing off a dramatic weight loss. What, yeah.
Huge weight loss. So you remember she was pregnant recently. She just gave birth to Birdie Mae, and her weight loss is incredible. She said she dropped 100 pounds, you guys. She said she has been working very, very hard. She's been with her trainer, Harley Pasternak, who obviously is a celebrity trainer who has helped a lot of people with their weight loss. But she's saying, look, it was one of the hardest things of my life. Once I wanted to give up, and I just had to keep pushing forward. And she says she wants to kind of inspire other people. And so I guess she is in the middle of writing her memoirs, and she's going to share her inspiration and hopefully inspire others. But she looks unbelievable, and she said she's now feeling back to herself again.
Well, yeah, hey, look, absolutely a triumph. But I just got to say, it is 80 degrees in New York City, and she's wearing a winter coat.
Hey. You still got to look stylish. Come on.
That's true. That's true. Finally, we're getting our first glimpse of the royal baby Archie, right?
Oh, these are so cute. So this is Archie's first royal engagement. So they flew down to Cape Town, South Africa, and they were there to meet with the Desmond Tutu. And so they go down there, and it is just like a party. Archie's there, he is smiling, there's cupcakes sitting out on the table, and it's funny because they're having this in-depth conversation, and Archie is just staring at the cupcakes the whole time. He's like, I want the cupcakes, but they're really sweet photos. I don't know what it is about the royal family, but everything about them I think is damn adorable.
I am right with you, and just as adorable as you, Dax. Dax Holt from Hollywood Pipeline. Follow Dax on social media, Dax Holt, and also follow Hollywood Pipeline. Dax always likes when a Minnesotan says hello to him on the social media, yeah. Coming up, everybody, 50 years of Mike, Carol, Marcia, and the rest of the Brady Bunch. We're putting our audience's knowledge of the iconic show to the test. Plus, America's first ghost hunter, paranormal expert Dave Schrader is in next to talk about his spooky new project. The Jason Show will be right back. Stay with us, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Get ready. Get ready to be spooked. That's right. The cases of America's first ghost hunter are being resurrected. Thank you, audience. I love these people so much. Are being resurrected on a brand new series coming to the Travel Channel. Look at this.
Ethel, do you know where you are?
My body.
You have passed over. You've died.
No, no, no. They took everything, my body, they took it. It's Father.
Well, I just wet myself. That's right. The Holzer Files investigates the terrifying true hauntings from the case files of Dr. Hans Holzer. Joining us now is my buddy, an investigator from Minnesota on the show's paranormal team, Dave Schrader, everybody. Hello, my friend.
Hello.
I was going to start somewhere else, but then I saw that creepy thing. What did we just look at?
That's Hans Holzer is a really incredible institution when it comes to paranormal investigating. A lot of people consider him the first American ghost hunter, which is interesting because he's from Austria.
Yeah.
But we don't want to get into semantics.
I was going to say.
But he wrote over 140 books examining this, videotaped, audio taped, and he would go with trance mediums, mediums that would allow spirits to talk through them. And he would go to these locations to try to get the answers to what was happening. And he really kind of pioneered a lot of the paranormal investigations that you see on TV today.
Now that clip right there, that's not, is that a recreation or is that like audio? Is that real audio?
That's real audio and video that you're seeing interspersed from the original investigation. Some are 40, 50, 60 years old. And we have been lucky enough that the Holzer family has opened these files to allow us to go back in, because as good as Hans Holzer was, there were things that left him with questions. And we get a chance to go back in and re-examine some of these cases.
Now he also, Dave, correct me if I'm wrong, and I want to know how, they list him as the inspiration for the Amityville house?
He was.
What do they mean inspired by? Like,
well, he was one of the investigators that really kind of put Amity on the map, Amityville, and Amity's Jaws, so a totally different place. But he really kind of helped put it on the map and do the investigation and really got into the research. Aside from just the glossary, oh my gosh, this place is haunted, he wanted to know why and did his digging and looking for answers to why these things take place.
Did he think Amityville, the house, there was something going on there?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. And I believe he was the first one to kind of peel back the layers to realize that it was Native American burial ground and that there had been deaths that had been associated with that property. And to his benefit, he didn't have Google. He didn't have all of the tools that we have now. And we just uncovered about 2 years ago an article predating the Amityville horror story by almost 100 years. In a newspaper, it states, it's really fascinating because there's like, oh, make sure to see Farmer Jones's fruit auction this weekend and stop by the big yard sale. And there is a house in Amityville that is haunted. No one knows why, but it is just accepted as such. And it goes on to describe a house that has a lot of earmarks to the exact same location to the Amityville horror. Nobody's exploited that. He was able to find information like that without all of the kind of resources that we have today. And we just uncovered that bit recently. So it's pretty
just
remarkable.
Just wet myself again.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's talk about the series premiere. You go to Peck House in New York. What's that?
There is a location that was very haunted and had some very strange stories. And what's great about these different cases is that they're always shifting. Hans Holzer always knew that there was other parts of the story. And one house starts off haunted and then suddenly stops. But across town, another house ignites with activity. And we were trying to find the correlation of why would this happen almost immediately after one haunting stops and another house starts becoming even more haunted.
Because pop culture tells us that the haunting is attached to a location. That
Right.
isn't necessarily true.
Well,
thanks for increasing our nightmares, Dave.
Yeah. No, that's part of the fun of this is going back in as kind of paranormal detectives to research the area, the locations, and we do find some really compelling ties to both properties.
You were one of the last folks to interview Holzer. What was he like?
We really had a lot of luck on Darkness Radio, my long-running show now, to talk to him, and he was very much into wanting the truth, getting in. He was very hard-edged about that, but he was great. I mean, he was just a font of information and knowledge to get a chance to tap that and actually talk to him, and now get to carry on as the investigator in his name. It's
Because you're working with his daughter, right?
Right. Alexandra Holzer, she's the one that kind of reopened these case files to us and allowed us to see the footage, the audio, the photographs, and re-explore these cases.
What you were talking to me in the break, and you've been doing this for a long time, and I wanted to say I usually try to start with a compliment. I want to say congratulations because he has hustled. I mean, he has put in the work. So congratulations first and foremost on getting the show. If anyone deserves it, you deserve it.
Thank you.
Even you being the professional, is there a situation that has scared the pants off you, even recently in filming maybe this first season?
Yes, and normally I would have been more reticent to share it because you want people to tune in, but they're showing the commercials on Travel Channel.
Yeah, and that's why I'm asking, because I don't believe in ruining things. I want people to watch, but...
Well, all I'll say is I've been investigating for almost 14 years, and I've had experiences almost my entire life, 21 years now. And, oh, thanks, one laugh. Anyway, we get to go to all of these amazing locations, and we uncovered a secret of a very famous location in California. And as soon as we began calling it out, I had something happen to me that has never occurred. This thing knocked me on my butt. I mean, full force, hits me in the side, lifts me up and into my tech and against the ground. And they keep showing that video clip online. So it's pretty dramatic.
Okay, so again, something pushed you into your tech guy.
Yes.
And there was nobody behind you.
No. Now this that they're showing right now is a different scene at a different location. And as we were standing there kind of listening to the medium, Cindy Kaza, and Shane, my tech, something right against the back of my neck. And I almost jumped completely out of what I was wearing and, pulled a Scooby-Doo to get out of there. It was unnerving.
This is the moment right here.
Yeah.
Did that, and again, you're a professional, and that's freaky.
Right. When,
Casper is breathing down your neck.
I don't know what that says about me, but I've been hit behind and breathed on from behind by 2 ghosts now that are obviously letting me know.
You're hot.
Well.
Yeah. Okay, Dave's sticking around. By the way, I'll tell you right now, the Holzer Files Support Dave premieres next Thursday, October 3rd, on the Travel Channel. We are not done with Dave. More to come about other paranormal projects he's part of when we return. Back after this. That's crazy. Wow. Back with my buddy Dave. The Holzer Files. Dave and I were talking, and I want to put a bow on this. Make sure we didn't show you the video of Dave being pushed. Watch it. Is it on the series premiere?
No, I think that's episode 5 or 6.
And describe again, if you don't mind, because again, I want you to see the video. It pushed you on your side?
We had been in this location calling out this spirit that we thought we may have uncovered. And I think it was the first time he had ever been called out by name. We heard something and we were reviewing our recorder. And as we're standing there listening to this, it feels like a linebacker catches me underneath my ribs and pushes me up against my tech, and I hit the ground hard. So it was 13, 14 years of this and a lifetime of weird experiences. I'd never been touched or physically altered. So this show has opened up new worlds to me for what has gone on out there and claims that a lot of us have rolled our eyes about.
Yeah. And again, as I said to Dave, you and I are both big, tall dudes. That's a heck of a ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Gosh, I hope it is, because if it turns out it's haunted by like a midget that knocked me on my ass.
Now, you're also doing Haunted Salem Live. What's this?
This is a one-off special that'll be airing, part of Ghostober on Travel Channel.
Okay.
The entire month, they're packing it with amazing programs. We're going to be going to Salem, Massachusetts, with stars from many of the different Travel Channel TV series.
Jack Osborne.
Yeah,
Look at that. Yeah.
Jack and Katrina from Portals to Hell. We've got Adam Berry, Amy Bruni, and Chip Coffey from the TV show Kindred Spirits. We've got the Ghost Brothers are going to be there, and then Cindy Kaza and myself from the Holzer Files. So we're going to be investigating 3 different haunted locations throughout Salem. The old jail where many of the witch participants were held. We're going to go to Rockefeller's, which was the location where they found these people guilty, the court and tribunal, and John Proctor's house. So they're going to be doing live investigations that you can interact with online and watch on the Facebook page on Travel Channel. And I will be there as kind of a historian between scenes, kind of filling you in on what they're doing, why they're there, what the stories are. And all of these teams will be interacting and investigating live.
I know this seems like a goofy question, but this just occurred to me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that the presence of, because there's a lot of these shows, and I
Right.
love that yours seems to be different. You said you're handling the Holzer Files from the perspective almost like a detective, almost like you're co-jacking it.
Right.
Old reference, old detective. Anyway, do you find that the presence of cameras and all of this now, do you find that the ghosts don't like it? I know this seems like a ridiculous question, but you know what I mean. I'm not phrasing it well. Are they aware of the presence of all this, and they're like, I ain't gonna be on the Travel Channel? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Well, that's some of the I will tell you, there were some episodes where we're filming it and I'm like, I don't know, we're not getting anything. I don't hear anything, we're not experiencing, I don't know what's gonna happen. And then as we're reviewing the evidence, something very alarming happens in a few instances. So you realize that they're not always there jumping through fiery hoops for you, but they do let you know that they're close by at all times.
And you said this, you are a skeptic, which I think is a good position to be in when you're hosting this, because I think 50% of your audience you represent. Have you become less of a skeptic lately?
Well, I'm a skeptical believer.
Yeah,
so
I like that.
I have had experiences. I know that there are things going on that we can't see and explain. I don't believe every story, and that's why I want to get to the bottom of these stories and understand it. And I've got a great team with Cindy Keza, the medium, who's going to be working with us, Shane Pittman, our tech, Alexandra Holzer and Gabe Roth working behind the scenes and helping us flesh out these stories and do the research. So we've got a really strong team that's giving us a leg up on going into these stories unlike anything that's been done before.
You mentioned Darkness Radio. What season?
Right.
15 years?
Actually, Darkness Radio now, 13 years.
13 years.
And then I took over, thank you.
Yeah.
I took over the legendary Art Bell's final radio show, Midnight in the Desert, which I do Monday through Friday, which is strange because I do it for Minnesota, but the show's called Midnight in the Desert.
But you know.
It's out of Pahrump, Nevada, but I do it right here, and it's an exploration into the strange and unusual 5 nights a week, then weekends with Darkness Radio, and a true crime show on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So
You still having fun with radio?
I love it.
It's so fun.
Theater of the mind. It's the
Yeah.
opportunity to share these stories and bring them to a large grouping of people and you know, give people a voice to share their own experiences.
Where did you get, I mean, everyone, and I always talk about how I watched Johnny Carson, so therefore, and Oprah, and I always knew I wanted to do this. What got you involved in wanting to do supernatural stuff?
I had experiences throughout my entire life, and my mom and aunt were great. They were always open to me and allowing me to read the books and see the things, and the ones that they knew maybe would be too mature for me.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the Amityville Horror book on the counter, and I go to read it, and my mom's like, nope, not yet. And then years later, I get to introduce her to Christopher Lutz, the youngest boy, who's become good friends with me.
Yeah.
And you know, so it's an amazing journey that I've had a chance to take, and I've had a chance to see and have ghost experiences here in Minnesota, across the world. I just got back from France the other day, where we were out hunting the phantoms of France, doing the TV shows. I've been on Ghost Adventures, Paranormal Challenge, Paranormal State, Haunted Hospitals, and now
Dave, I
the
love
Holzer
you, but I'm
Files.
telling you, if I'm going to end it with this. If a ghost has attached themselves to you and it has now moved over to me, I'm going to I'm going to kill you. I've just thought about that.
All of the ghosts are under contract to our TV show, so
Perfect.
they're staying with me.
Because I'm glad you are sitting in Kendall's chair, because if the ghost moves to Kendall, that's fine. Give it up for Dave, everybody. Haunted Salem Live airs next Friday, October 4th on the Travel Channel, and you can listen to Dave on darknessradio.com. Coming up, that lovely lady and a man named Brady. How much do you know about the Brady Bunch? Well, it's 50 years old today. We're going to challenge this audience when we return. Thank you, my friend. That was great. Thank you.
Till the one day when the lady met this fellow, and they knew that it was much more than a hunch, that this group must somehow form a family. That's the way they all became the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch.
Oh, that is the season 1 opening credits for the Brady Bunch. 50 years ago today, the world was introduced to the Brady Bunch on ABC. The iconic TV show made its debut in 1969 and ran for 5 seasons until 1974. Well, welcome back. Get this. Since the Brady Bunch started in syndication in 75, an episode has aired every single day somewhere in the world. That's crazy. Same goes for I Love Lucy as well. The show is the inspiration for today's game time. Here we go. Yeah, I think I Love Lucy and the Brady Bunch are the only 2 shows that have that distinction. Well, it's time to test your Brady knowledge with a game of Brady Bunch trivia. It's very easy. I'm going to ask a series of multiple choice questions about the Brady Bunch, and the player with the most right wins. Playing today to my left, it's her birthday. Give it up for Becca, everybody. And we'll just say it's her birthday too. It's Sue, everybody. That's right. Okay, now Becca and Sue, I love you both already, and I'll love you more if you remember this. In 5 years, this is the thing nobody ever listens to. It's multiple choice, so do not buzz in until I read all of the multiple choices. Okay, here we go. Question, hands above the buzzers. Here we go. I just said this, so if you listen closely, you'll remember this. How many seasons did the show air? Sue.
50? Oh.
I should say 3, 5, or 7.
Yeah, wait a minute.
It's
I
fine.
just did what you told us not to do.
I'll let you cheat a little later. Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
3, 5, or 7?
Oh, was I listening?
Obviously not.
Let's say 7.
No, over to you, Becca.
5.
5 is right. See, you got it anyway.
See?
Yeah, there we go. Okay, Becca, Sue, hands above buzzers. Sue, that was delicious.
So
okay.
you're reading all the answers?
I'm going to read all of them
I'm
first. Yeah. Here we go. Multiple choice. What was the name of the Brady's dog? Tiger, Lion, or Sparky? Becca.
Tiger.
Tiger's right. Yes. Tiger was only there for 1 season, referred to but never seen again. Yeah. And I found out why, and I can't remember.
Someone was allergic, maybe?
Oh yeah, tragic reason. Anyway, next one. Yeah. Thank you, Jeff. Next one. What future Oscar winner almost played Mike Brady? Al Pacino, Gene Hackman, or Clint Eastwood? Sue.
I'll say Gene Hackman.
And you are right.
Woo!
Gene Hackman also took the role. Almost took the role.
Right?
Robert Reed ended up being Mike Brady. Next. What was the name of Alice's boyfriend? Sam, Jason, or Henry? Sue.
Sam. Good
Sam
job.
the Butcher is right. That's right.
Nice job. Woo!
Okay, next one. What is missing from the Brady's bathroom? A sink, a toilet, or a bathtub? Becca.
Toilet.
You are right. And it is because
it was a no-no.
Yeah, it was a no-no.
Yeah.
It was a no-no to say toilet, to see a toilet until All in the Family flushed a toilet in the All in the Family was the first show.
Dang.
Again, I don't know American history, but I know that. Yeah, there we go. Hands above buzzers.
Right.
Which character was cut from the series finale?
Oh.
Mike Brady, Jan Brady, or Alice?
I'll say
Sue.
Alice.
No, over to you, Becca.
Jan.
No. It was Mike because Robert Reed, the actor, had a very heated argument with the producer. So he was cut from the series finale. How do you cut Dad out of the series finale? Okay, there we go. Hands above buzzers. Which 2 siblings reportedly hated each other and still to this day hate each other? Greg and Peter, Jan and Cindy, or Marcia and Jan? Sue.
B, Jan and Cindy.
No, over to you, Becca.
C, Marcia and Jan.
Marcia and Jan is right.
Good
Reportedly, the rumor is Maureen McCormick and Eve Plum do not like each other. And if you watch a very Brady renovation, it is very obvious. Okay, here we go. Becca and Sue, hands above buzzers. Next one. Which music star appeared on the Brady Bunch? Davy Jones, John Lennon, or Mick Jagger? Sue.
A, Davy Jones. Yeah.
Davy Jones from the Monkees.
Good job.
That's right. Who was Carol's nephew that lived with the family in the horrible final seasons? Cousin Jimmy, Cousin Oliver, or Cousin Harry? Sue.
Oliver?
Cousin Oliver.
Good
That's
job.
right.
I have no idea.
Anytime they add a kid to the show, it's doomed. Okay, here we go. Last question. What tropical locale did the family visit in season 4? Hawaii, Tahiti, or Cancun?
Hawaii.
Sue. Hawaii is right. That's right. And Sue wins the game, everybody. But you know what?
Nice job.
They are both going home with the coveted
you.
season 5 Jason Show mug. That's
Thank
right.
you.
We're going to take a break.
Thank you.
Kendall will be back sitting in the now haunted chair when we return. Back after this. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I have a lesson for all of you. I have a lesson of patience. Right after the show yesterday, if you watched yesterday, we had this, what is it called? A silhouette artist who cuts silhouettes for people. Now, she wanted to do my silhouette, Lauren. She's so talented. She's like, everyone across the world wants her to cut a silhouette. But I was antsy and I couldn't stand still for her. So she's like, Jason, stand still. And I couldn't stand still. This is a lesson to all of you to do what somebody tells you, because this is my silhouette, Leo. It is either me or Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell. That's right, yeah.
We'll never know.
Now, And Lauren, and it was like, Lauren did a beautifully perfect one of Kendall because Kendall stood still and listened to her. Mine, I look like Mitch McConnell.
You look like a senator.
I swear, I have a chin. I swear. Lauren's so good. I know, Lauren, I'm sorry I didn't listen to you tomorrow. The cooking mom is back with us. Kendall, we'll find out if she's haunted now. That and more, because she's sitting in the haunted chair. That's going to do it for us. Go out there and be yourself, everybody. No one can tell you're doing it wrong.